What if you could increase the click-through rate when you send an email with a link in it, or when you send an email with an attachment, maybe a proposal, maybe it's a flyer, an event that you're hosting? I was working with a mortgage company recently, and when we dove into their process and I asked, where do you lose the most traction in a deal? It happened to be when the application link was sent out. And so we looked at that, analyzed it, and we dug into the psychology behind the audience, the consumer, and what's happening there. When a link comes out and it's, hey, fill out this application, there's a few things that go through a consumer's mind, and it is, number one, what's behind that link? When we send a link or when we send a PDF, we've seen it. Maybe we worked on it, put it together, and we believe it's so beautiful, right? And we send it. What happens in our audience's mind is completely different. When we don't know what something contains, we as human beings tend to think worst case. Without even opening the Word doc, I'm thinking this is an hour-long deal. I don't have time yet, and then it gets buried in my inbox, right? Just pretty common. This could happen for any of us, right? Something lands in the inbox, we don't know what's behind it. Well, your consumer, my consumer, they think the same thing. It's like, what's behind that? We see it, we take it for granted. They don't know what's behind it, and so they pause, they delay. What happened was this mortgage company took the application link and they added a little screen share. The screen share was, hey, right below this video is the application link. And when you click on it, and they showed in the screen share, clicking, opening, filling in, here's what we need, it should and then they answered some questions. It should take only this amount of time. And if you have any technical issues, my cell phone, my information is just below. So what were we doing in that moment? The old adage says, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And I'd like to say a video, specifically a BombBomb video in this case, is worth more than 1,000,000. So I'm going to show you some of my processes where I would insert a video screen share to just walk somebody through. But it's really thinking through, where are the friction points? Where will it create a catch in their brain? A where do I click moment? How do I do that? Or what's behind that link? What's behind that attachment? And then also considering the day and age we live in is fraud, very fraud aware, at least we hope we are. And so to show that this link is safe and to show that this attachment is this thing and it's safe also creates that comfortability, that confidence, and you are able to frame it positively where the human mind might already be framing something negatively all on its own. So let me show you in my process, but put yourself into your own process. Where's the portal? Where's the flyer invite? Where's the opportunity for you to do a screen share moment leveraging BombBomb? And then the challenge for this week is to do just that. Maybe the next proposal you send out, you showcase that. So let me show you now. All right, so here is a brief overview of a sales program, right? And if I'm sending this over to a sales leader and maybe we had a conversation on the phone about, what this looks like for the team, and maybe there was that one or two piece hot button that we identified, I can then just scroll down. Hey, Joe, here's the overview I shared with you. Take a close look at and see it on the screen as I'm recording. I'm scrolling. Take a close look at this building block here, more effective prospecting. And what I can do is use my cursor, do some highlighting on the screen while I'm talking with my would-be client, or maybe my client I'm onboarding. And we can just do all sorts of highlights. Hey, it's attached to this email, but seeing is believing. This becomes a look inside in the video email. Super powerful. Another opportunity is when you have a login or some place on a website to click that might not be as obvious, right? So what I might say something along the lines of, hey, Susie, thanks so much for attending our training last week. You asked about the cohort. And then the AI assistant that we had, you can click right here. And then once you put on that password that you received from your sales leader, access prompts, there it is. You can click right here and then you can copy the prompt and you'll be raring to go. Thanks so much, Susie, for being there, right? So you're walking them through a proposal, you're walking them through a login situation, right? Maybe a website and there's something you want to highlight on a website, or directing people to click, hey, go get registered for our event here, boom. And it just takes people right to where. So these are just some things in my process that I would use a BombBomb screen share moment for, but think through yours. Where can you use or leverage BombBomb to screen share? Your challenge this week, go screen share, show them an inside look. A picture's worth more than 1,000 words. A video, specifically BombBomb, is worth more than 1,000,000. I'm Tim Hooper with F&F Family of Companies, and we utilize BombBomb in our sales so that we can rehumanize connection. Better connection, better communication, better sales. Take care, everybody.